Alright guys, hi. I'm going to tell you a couple tricks about how to operate the Super Falcon 2. Okay. So, in order to charge this dolly, please make sure that your line is not a dim line, it's 110. Put a tester on it, make sure that it's fine. Then plug it in and use the rocker switch. If the light doesn't come on, that means you have to check that the fuse is okay. And in order to do so, I'll show you exactly what to do. So, if you are not getting the red light on the rocker switch, it's probably because the fuse is blown. The one that's closer to the insides is the active fuse. The one on the outside is the spare. So simply swap those around, push it back in, and try the rocker switch. If you're getting light, all is well, and you can charge by pressing the blue button. As you can see, as you are doing your lifts on the arm, this is where the pressure gauge gets used and goes down. Once it reaches this black point that's marked, it means that you need to charge up the dolly. I will advise to actually charge it up about at this point actually, because anything below that, the speed of the arm is a bit slower than all the lifts before. So it's always good to actually charge up, I would say after 3 or 4 lifts, no matter what. You will get about 8 lifts out of this dolly, 7 to 8 lifts depending on the weight of the camera. So that's way more than a Peewee. But just to get a consistent results, I would say just charge up after 4 uses. Don't be alarmed if this gauge, when fully charged, it doesn't show much oil. The only proper way how to check if you have enough oil in the system is to completely use up all the charges. And as you see, it's starting slowly to fill up. And once we completely depleted the system, all the oil will be in the reservoir. And that's when we really want to see if we have enough hydraulic fluid in the system. Almost done. Still going up and down. And that's it. So see here, you can see it's way above the I would say anything above 100 is good when completely depleted, and that's the only thing really to look out for. If you have a problem with that, then just give us a call. Okay. All right, so when you get the dolly, most likely it will be in this narrow version, ready to go, so it's easy to load up on ramps. In order to be able to change the modes, especially with these outdoor wheels, the pneumatics, you can't really fully fold it, but there is basically the pin, each wheel, and then you can set the wheels to the desired width. As you can see, I can't push it anymore because that's only for the studio wheels to be able to go all the way flush. With the outdoor wheels, I'm gonna go to 1 point out and then push the pin in. Same thing on the other side. The front is fully flushed at that point. To set it up for a track use, you pull the pin up and lift the wheel a bit and set it to the one line with 2 dots for each wheel, and then lock the pin in. We're going to repeat it for all the sides, so pull up, set to the mark with the 2 dots and push the pin in. Same thing on the other side, pull the pin, lift the dolly up a bit, set it to 2 marks, push the pin back in. And the last wheel, we pull the pin, lift the dolly up a bit, 2 dots, dolly is good to go for the track. To engage the brakes, it's simple. Just use the brakes on the back, one here and one on the other side. To adjust for tightness, if you're not getting a full lock, use a metric Allen key and adjust accordingly in this wheel. All the Allen keys, it's important, should be metric. There's nothing imperial about this dolly whatsoever. To operate the arm, it's simple. To the left, the more you open it, the faster it goes. To the right, it goes down. Switching between gears is on top. Conventional and crab. Setting up risers, straightforward. You can be using the steel ones, stainless steel ones, or you can be using short ones. Just make sure that the first offset for the seat, what you use is the one with the elbow. To make sure that if you travel with the arm, then it will not break, but it will just slide away. And then you can be using any combinations. You can go straight like this, or you can be using the extra arm and get the operator wherever he wants to be, or you can go just a small riser and a combination of two, anything that makes the perfect shot happen. Of course, keeping our operators comfortable. All right, this dolly comes with a 4-point leveling head. I'm sure everybody's familiar with it from Peewee or Fisher. It's a bit different here because it actually sits on a LMAC mount or a Eurochip. So you can just use this quick release here, just loosen that up, and then you pull straight up. If you want to go to a low mode, you grab the low mode adapter, and then you mount the 4-point leveling head back on. Tighten up where you want to have this. Same thing for this. If we want to go like this, and then we are in a low mode. In order to make sure that it's easy to remove these from the LMAC mounts, just make sure you go really vertical, not on an angle, because then it will seize. So loosen up and just direct up, very easy. Same thing when you're going back in, just vertical movement on both modes. If you're trying to go on an angle, of course it's starting to seize. All right, additional accessories that come with the dolly. You'll get 2 risers with it, the 12-inch and the 24-inch, and the camera offset. The camera offset mounts onto the leveling head, whichever way you want. And all 3 sides for the sideboards, which are removable like that. Like that. You can even decide with the front one if you want to mount it high, or you can just flip it. And mount it for low foot support. All right, so for carrying up the stairs, our most favorite part of the day, I'm sure. I highly recommend, of course, as with any Peewee or any other dolly, remove as many things as possible to make it light for you. So I'll get rid of the head. Then come off the dolly. There we go. Now you can use the back push bars in the front to help you carry. And you can use the seat risers in the back. And as well, I highly recommend just to keep it tight, especially on those nasty stairs. Close down the wheels on all sides. You can actually, even these ones, you don't have to fold them forward, you can fold them back. And make it really tiny. Just like that. And it's way more manageable and easier to lift up. Alright, so sometimes what happens, because the crab and the conventional drive is basically timing belt driven, it's not a chain. So what can happen, especially while carrying or driving into something, that you can bump the wheels and they misalign, or even this over time can loosen up, and then suddenly, if you have it in particular as you, like, you can't switch it. So what I recommend, the fastest way how to fix this is to release all the wheels. Release them. Release them. Get them in a rough, straight mode. Now find a place where you can actually switch it. Leave it there. Unscrew a little bit this Allen key right here. Position the handle so it's nice and straight, and lock it again. Now it's at least switching exactly where you want it to happen, and nice straight in the back. Now, still all the wheels are loose. Let's just do as we always do. We grab the level, which is right here. And then we lock it. Same thing on the other side. Lock, lock, and we're back to business. And going to crab, just like that. Just a quick note, if you ever lose tension just in one of the wheels is not responding, compare all the other three are responding to the crab and the conventional. It's the tensioner probably got a little bit loose in one of the controls of the wheels, so it's actually quite straightforward. They're underneath the wheel, right here underneath this assembly from the bottom. So I'm going to show you. This is the adjustment for the tensioner. So you just have to get a socket set and just tighten it up a bit, and you'll regain the control of that wheel.